I'm excited to see this Wisp because in the history of Wisp, I think this might be the weakest he's been in a long time.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's always been this kind of overpowered, very like respect ban worthy type hero. And this is the first time in a while where it just feels like you pick him and you don't get enough. You really feel that opportunity cost, the lack of lockdown in particular. Teams getting better at playing around these epic relocates, and they will grab a Wind Ranger now, someone that will help quell their lack of lockdown.
Now, mind you, this is a Bat Rider, so the Snowball doesn't save versus Lasso, but they've actually done the same combo as we've watched Liquid do with the Wind Ranger and the Tusk dual offlane.
Oh, sort of similar to the Klink's Tusk flavor, where...
yeah, but they do it with the core Tusk, same thing, with mid one playing the Tusk, and then Soxa plays the Wind Ranger.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty much, once you hit 6, guaranteed kills. Tag team plus focus fire. Pretty good. And now the clockwork. Nigma with incredible initiation this game. Bat, Clock, and Ember.
Yeah, so that should be the 4 clock, the Grim 5, and then the Bat Rider's probably going to wind up being for MC unless they just find something that works way better at the last pick.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm not opposed to the Tusk at this point, though. Tusk is okay versus Clock.
Mm-hmm. Certainly better than Shaker.
Yeah.
I say that just because it feels like we've seen that matchup a pretty high percentage of the games that we've cast so far, given that we're only on day 2 of this group stage.
Yeah, let's just say the Shaker didn't have a very fun time.
Yeah. OG just more stuns, right? That is the big problem with Ursa is people just running away from him. And Ember, very mobile. Clockwork, good at breaking stuff up with cogs. I think the Wind Ranger's a step in the right direction. If it weren't for the Clockwork, I would have kind of liked the Shaker in this game, potentially.
Yeah, they still don't have very good back counters or control for the Ember. So yeah, okay, there you go. They double up on that. They're just like, yeah, Tusk was cool and all, but we need a real answer. So Legion, not the best save versus the Bat with the press the attack. It's okay. Hopefully it's going to work. Obviously, it's a good laning advantage if they can get that matchup. Mm-hmm. And then versus the Ember, at least it is something where you can just straight up get the blink stun. And Ursa's got plenty of burst damage to help from a relocate to guarantee kills.
Exactly. I think every time we see an LC pick, you and I both gravitate towards, all right, now how are we securing these duels? Who's going to follow up and do the damage? Like Alina comes up sometimes. I think Wind Ranger and Ursa can both fit the bill. Void Spirit now banned by Nigma, something that Topson knows quite well, of course.
Yeah, they're just going to pick some Topson hero mid. I noticed that his lanes haven't been like spectacular lately. They tend to just give him a hero and be like, all right, good luck, bud.
Well, he's gotten to the point where his reputation is so big, it's like, well, yeah, you can win with any hero mid, right? So, yeah, you can play this garbage and handle it.
And the Meepos. Queen's still in?
Queen is in. A Topson Queen. I could see that being okay with this OG draft. Very mobile to go with the Wisp, follow around the LC, some good burst damage. The knockback is a form of control.
Looks pretty safe.
Pretty okay.
Well, it might be a little bit too boring for OG.
Yeah.
It might be like, Queen of Pain. I don't know. The only downside is that Ursa, well, I guess Legion can tank a lot of the attention as well. Queen seems pretty vanilla. Razor's still in. Could see that being kind of okay.
Oh, wow. Queen's too vanilla, but Razor is this wild... innovative.
I mean, you can't really pick Razor because then they can pick Queen. Okay, so this is what they picked the last time they did the IO Ursa. And that's what I meant by they just kind of throw him a hero and be like, all right, this is really good for the game, but we don't even know who you're laning against, so good luck, bud.
Yeah. How does Pango fare? Does he have matchups where he dominates, or is he kind of just looking to survive in the mid, essentially?
He's like, oh, I'm against a melee hero. Nice. We can like both farm, but he won't win a lot of matchups.
It seems tough against ranged heroes. I guess you're mobile enough that you can live and still snipe some range creeps and stuff, so it's not awful.
It also is just like the last thing you want in a 1v1 is an RNG factor that's not even that great. Like if you're trying to rely on that RNG to get a kill or to trade favorably, that's not really that much fun. Ooh, the Necro versus the Ursa Io. Okay, so we just got to chip him down to a certain point, then we can get him.
Well, certainly going to see some Spirit Vessels this game.
That's true.
Huh. Necro.
Necro's kind of cool here.
It does feel pretty nice against Ursa. And I guess
not so much against the Pang. Well, yeah.
If it's Necro versus Pango mid, I think Necro's pretty happy.
Yeah.
And I think that's the matchup. We obviously haven't seen who's taken what quite yet.
That's very likely to be the matchup mid. I would be surprised if it was anything else.
Yeah. So in that regard, I think Necro should be fine.
10 seconds remaining.
Mid 1 LC.
5 seconds remaining.
Do you think mid 1 regrets naming himself mid 1? Branding yourself towards a specific lane?
And then heading to the off lane.
You know, and
I'm sure it was worth it. You know, it cut him pretty far.
That's true.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
It was worth the hard curveball. Okay, so
so
mind
MC's
control.
Gonna take it. It's gonna be the Weehaw Bat Rider. I guess because they really don't want to get the side lane matchup. Does that mean mid one's gonna go mid on the Legion? I wonder.
It's possible.
We might see some musical lanes here.
Yeah. Although we've seen a little less musical lanes around mid. It's slightly harder to swap, I suppose.
Well, it can be even easier to swap sometimes.
This is closer. Yeah, shorter run. Very interesting. I'm not sure which draft I like more. This is much different from what we've seen so far. I don't know how to rate this Io Ursa. So some question marks for the OG draft, and I think Nigma have some very solid tools here. I like
the most
all
frustrating
of their heroes.
part looks like how does Sumail stick on someone, right? Between the Shroud, the Cogs, hook shots, Napalm, Soulbind, and just the elusive factor of an Ember. You can see how it could turn into one of those games where it's really frustrating just trying to latch onto someone as an Ursa player, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, one shackle and some of these heroes are just going to blow up, like Ember, Grimstroke.
Right.
They're just gone.
I can definitely see like a reality where this Ursa just gets a good start and becomes de facto unkillable. Wow, that's a lot of voice lines, boys. Where he can kind of just run this down, right? You've got the Wisp to buff him up, and then you've also got press the attack for extra cleanses, extra regen. That might be just enough to push this Ursa over where he just feels like we can't even run away from him because he's going to be faster than usual, right? Like he'll have the extra mobility from the Wisp who can relocate, get him in the back lines. And if this were just a Wisp pick, maybe I'd be a little cynical that they can find those backline plays, but no tail Wisp. I've got high expectations, bud.
Yeah, wow, look at Kuro spinning up here. You see this?
No.
He's got the plays of that Stroke of Fate. We're just getting warmed up here.
Good old Grimstroke. He's growing on me a lot, like aesthetically. I'm starting to like his model. At first, I thought it was a little weird, this idea
Dude, remember when it first dropped and it was a humongous? Like, he was a giant for some reason?
Yeah. Well, and also,
that was the funniest shit.
Just the lore, like he's a demonic painter. Like, that's just a very funny concept to me. Like,
he's Bob Ross, man.
This demon from, yeah, but he's like, if Bob Ross were a bad person and went to hell and then came back as a demon. Like, it's just a weird mismatch of personality types. I don't know many demonic painters. But anyway, I digress here.
He must have some great. He probably has some Bob Ross lines, doesn't he?
There's got to be some Easter eggs there.
I guarantee, yeah.
We're getting very creative with Dota lore. You know, I think Snapfire, rather. She's top tier in that regard. So, Necro LC is what we've got right now. It's going to be mid one versus mind control. So
yeah, so he probably went mid expecting the Bat Rider, right?
I would think so. And right now it's going to be Ember Clockwork off lane for Nigma, and then it'll be Bat Rider up top with the Kuroki Grimstroke.
That actually is a pretty dangerous combo when you have level 2 on the Bat Rider, right?
Oh,
with
yeah.
The Inkswell speed.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Where Saksa and Thompson both have their own mobility spells, right? Once the wind runs up.
Well, and it also fixes one of the big counters to Bat Rider early on. You can just TP out against him because he's got no interrupt until lasso. Now he's got a stun, so you've got to be very careful with positioning.
The other thing is that Sox has to make sure that he doesn't get caught with the bat being level 2 and him being level 1, or he'll just die. which could happen here if they can make a play, but they've already made the swap. Mid one's now coming up here to get that matchup versus the Bat Rider, so Thompson's going to head to the mid lane. Gonna miss out on a couple creeps here as My Control's trying to control this wave.
Not a long walk, though. It should be manageable.
And is Weehaw going to make the run mid as well? It's looking like it. Ah, musical lanes as we had hoped. How exciting.
How on brand with the addition of musical chairs. Now, I was tunneling on bottom, but did manage to miss the first blood on to No Tail. Left, right as he died, so we're batting 1,000.
Excellent work to start. You know, if it wasn't for that hour break, we'd still be on.
That's it. That must be it. My caffeine high is worn off. What am I going to do?
Get more Monster. That first blood brought to you by Monster Energy.
Oh! Would you like to unleash the beast? Low calories without compromise? That's what low-carb Monster Energy is all about. Get that big, bad monster buzz you know and love. Oh, shit.
Sorry.
But with a fraction of the calories and carbohydrates.
All right. Well,
now we're in
and Power Shot for the kill. It's hard, guys. He's got to do it all himself. I just sit here and do nothing.
Yeah. One day
he's production, obsing.
One day we'll do like a Powerpuff style. You'll get to do obs, and I'll just sit back and give my thoughts. And here's another thing about Bat Rider. So,
God help us.
Bat versus Pango. Sounds pretty good for the Bat Rider.
Seems okay now. Like, I think if, at level 1, this would have been a disaster. So that's probably why this is kind of all right now. It's level 3, and they're not just going to keep, like, musical laning, right?
They've had time to level out. Holy shit, No Tail goes down again. They're also going to get Sumail, maybe. It's a 3-on-1. And nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, Kuros is all over the map right now.
Yeah.
He came down bottom for kills after his death. All right, are you zeroed in now? Are we ready here?
We're zeroed in.
All right, all right.
Although this Wisp, like, I thought it would be a little more sustainable. I'm surprised at how rough this has been so far. I mean, the rotation's understandable, but...
Well, they seem comfortable keeping 3 heroes down there because it's just Mind Control up top on the Necrophos, and he's not really concerned. So now Sox is going to have to end up rotating here as well because the Legion's not going to really contest the Necrophos, and they're just going to both happily farm.
Yeah, mid turning into a wash at this point. And Kuro gets his boots. He's going to stay bottom for now. They really want to keep pressuring this Ursa. I imagine Nigma just thinking, as long as we don't let this Ursa get too out of control, he should be manageable in the mid game.
Yeah, Soxa couldn't even be able to like walk his way down. He gets TP. Now Sumail is just completely alone on the wave.
Yeah, this is awkward positioning. And have an easy setup with the Grimstroke Clockwork combo, and there you go. 4-1.
They knew he was there. It looks like Sumail's just throwing away his life to guarantee XP or something. Like just staying on the wave for as long as he can. I assume he knew he was dead. Look at this courier, too, coming all the way down to Miracle.
Well, Nigma certainly happy with this start. Mid lane is still very even, starting to skew a little bit for the Bat Rider in terms of denies. And up top...
Yeah, Weehao's coming up here at the 5-minute rune, too. He's going to bottle that right up.
And Mind Control gets the other one. That's 4 runes for Nigma, dude.
Yeah, they are pulling away really fast in this one.
It's already a 1K lead at 5 minutes. Still 3 heroes bottom. Both sides, Sumail not hitting creeps at the moment. I'm going to glance at net worth. And right now, Ember, the big breadwinner. Of course, that's Miracle here in the bottom lane. Oops, Soxa. He'll have a wind run.
Yeah, he should not be killable by those 2 heroes as long as he's wind run.
So how fast is the Ursa? 385. That's pretty speedy.
So many of these trees have been cut down. Yeah. By Miracle. So, well, maybe the IO too.
Wide open lane. No Tail getting low. It's a nice shackle, but Sumail not really able to trade much damage. GH pressing forward. Inkswell does connect. They get No Tail again. Meanwhile, mid lane, Thompson goes down to the Bat Rider.
Damn, got the kill before Lasso too.
Yeah.
That's huge. I guess the swashbuckle wasn't enough distance. Probably just with the boots and everything stacking up with the movement speed, he couldn't get away. And now the worst part is that Weehaw still has a regen rune and pretty good mana, so Thompson coming back here is not going to be that safe.
They actually almost got Sumail again. Kuro barely missed that stroke with Sumail back in the trees. All right, now GH going to get shackled. And they will get a return kill. Sumail certainly happy with that.
Thompson does have the ulti himself now, too, so things a little bit better. But they're going to rotate Weehaw up here with this lasso.
Mid one in some trouble.
I think mid one's dead.
Yeah, nice flame break back. Already a couple stacks of sticky, and that'll be a Reaper's Scythe. Couple extra seconds on the sideline there. 7-2. GH mid takes a shackle. Thompson jumps forward. Some pretty good damage. Rolling Thunder. Pump fakes. Okay. Does commit it. Gets the first roll on GH, and there's the power shot. Waiting till they can find the combo. TP from Kuro. Not going to be enough. Or is it? Weehaw on his way in. No interrupt. Chaotic game so far, Trent.
Yeah, Miracle's almost level 6 down here. Those are the bulls, and I'll keep him up versus the Ursa. They're still chasing. Miracle is stutter stepping on him.
All right. Get a couple extra right clicks in. Couple tower shots. Sumail actually takes a lot of damage there. This is a pretty solid lead. It's not fun to play against a Necro that has this kind of start. Playing from ahead as Necrophos feels really good. You can just bully the lane. Mid one's still getting a decent amount of farm. You see mind control, just spamming the right clicks.
Weehaw mid lane.
Oh. I think they'll find him here.
Just in the river trying to contest runes.
No, they don't want to dive. The TP from Clockwork's enough. Ooh. Thompson just barely misses. GH not able to connect with the Inkswell either.
Oh, Soxa was trying to run him down with the illusion to get vision for a power shot, but now they're going to switch on a GH instead.
No latch on the shackle. Uh-oh. That was a pretty good power cog. Finds the angle out, but might be enough to keep GH alive. Stick charges, and he's good. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, No Tail goes down again. Sumail under tower, and he gets caught trying to pull some creeps. The level 6 Ember now.
Gets him with the tip right after, too. Just saying hello.
I mean,
all right.
This has been particularly bad for the Wisp, but this is pretty close to the few Wisp games that I've seen where the hero just doesn't feel like it can do a lot in the laning phase these days. It's like that slow sustain.
Mid one again, though.
Yep.
Same story.
Frame by frame, actually. Flame break into lasso, into scythe.
And you guys thought we didn't have replays.
Look at that. Production value, baby.
Yeah.
We're back on it, Trent. We just had to miss a couple of Wisp kills to get woken
now
up.
We're fine.
Slap us back into reality here.
Oh, I got the brooch on the Ursa, though. That's pretty nice.
Sumail now level 6. And movement from Nigma. They're going to start to converge. No Necro right now. Miracle.
Yeah, they want that outpost.
Jump in onto the Wisp. No Tail going to go down first. He pops. Sox's power shot. Not quite enough.
They can just back and get all 4 runes right now.
I think you're right. However, they're going to continue to commit. The Clockwork taking a lot of damage, but does walk away. There's the stroke, the cogs. Miracle. No more fire remnants, but he's okay. Weehaw jumps in. Maybe to his death. Mid one goes for the duel. This might be bold. They stun him up. Weehaw survives. Now they'll knock him back. Ursa under tower. He's going to get brought down by Miracle. OG running out of resources as now Thompson falls. They've already lost the Wind Ranger, and it's just mid one left alive.
I can't believe this is all without Necromos. That's like the hero you want in such a long fight, and they're still getting it done.
They're still going. They found mid one also. Soxa has respawned. It's a triple kill for Miracle.
Oh, he wants it. He wants it so bad.
Oh, they're going to find him here. It's only a level 4 Wind Ranger. It's a level 2 power shot. She doesn't do that much.
Can I get another? Someone want to give a rampage?
The ultra kill. And meanwhile up top, it's not like mind control wasn't doing anything. He got a tier 1 tower, dude.
And they got all 4 bounties.
That was like the most devastating 10-minute turn I've ever seen.
They came in, they took the outpost, so they get no XP. They won the fight with an ultra kill on an Ember and took 4 bounty runes and a tier 1 top. Yeah, I don't think what was the swing?
I mean, look at the goal graph. It went from like 2,000 to 6,000 in 2 minutes. 3 minutes. That is insane. Now a 6K net worth advantage and already 80% win rate on the Dota Plus there.
That sounds pretty fair to me.
Wow. Mind Control looking at like 14-minute Guardians, maybe even faster as he finds this kill. Okay, 13-minute Guardians. That voice line is fantastic, by the way. The Chinese one. Huh? Huh?
I haven't watched the Slacks video on that one. I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means either, but
I believe he got Jack in too.
Oh man! All right.
Do the translations.
Mid lane here, conversion from Nigma. Miracle runs in the back line, right onto mid one, and they're gonna knock him into oblivion. That's a 5-on-1. Nigma know their power, and they're going to knock down some of these tier 1s. They are deathballing their way through mid.
It's not a great feeling game. Oh, here we go. Relocate mid.
Oh, they're in pretty forward. Immediate soulbind. Hook shot from the Clockwork. They're isolating the Ursa. It actually snaps the tether. Pretty nicely done. Some good follow-up damage. OG sustaining for now, but GH on the way back. Is he going to fall? They kill Sumail first. Somehow GH still alive. They finally get a duel. It's a victory for mid one, but it's not going to be a victory in terms of this fight for OG. They lose the LC, they lose the Wind Ranger, and now Thompson's going to be left alone. They've still got a lasso, and all that is a 1 for 4. Only the Clockwork falls.
21-4.
In a brief moment of 420.
Very.
Just a puff.
Game is quite dank indeed, I would say.
8K at 13 minutes.
A little moldy. Like a basement.
Yeah, she's getting musty. Ursa looking for drums.
She's a musty one.
Yep.
Oh, he went back for the drums, did he? He had his BKB queued up, and he's like, all right, that's not going to happen.
I mean, I'm okay with the drums. In this kind of a situation, you just need anything that you can buy, anything that'll help keep you alive just a little bit longer. You know this game is on the brink. You can't hold out for the big items. Miracle now pressing forward. Meanwhile, up top, they do find the Bat Rider. It's going to be another duel. This is a nice win for OG. Actually, a little close. And back towards the mid. Miracle still kind of toying with Sumail.
Okay, let's go for that Halberd build. Legion and Ursa. Seems like a good game for it. Thompson now down here, Invis. Maybe trying to set something up, but no allies here, and that tower is getting mighty low. Mind Control, he basically just waits until enemies come near him, kills them, and other than that, he's walking at tier 1 towers, and it's been pretty successful so far this game.
Yeah.
Oh, Crow TPing out. Now, anyone gonna TP bottom? They gonna try this? Nope.
Nope, they're focused up top. Weehaw
Meanwhile,
knocks
mid
back
one's also
Sumail.
dying.
Mid one dies. Sumail likely to go down in the top lane. Does get relocated out. No Tail will save him. Pulls him into the trees not far away. Breaks the tether nail. Now, No Tail going to be going back momentarily. Now the TP
Imagine
out.
he had escaped there.
Well, it was a good try. He saves the Ursa from certain death. And like you said, LC died at the same time. So, still a win for Nigma. Thompson still working on his first item. Looking at the Maelstrom. As good a choice as any.
Gonna be pushing out some waves, I'm sure.
Yep.
Likely to need it. Man, what a devastating match. Now, is Weehaw just going straight KB here? Looks like he's content with his current items. Yep.
It's just kind of wild how quickly this fell apart. I mean, it was really from the first minute.
Well, they just lost every trade, every engagement.
Yeah.
Completely.
You got all 3 cores of the Dire at the top of the charts. Ursa starting to catch up to where the Bat Rider is.
That bottom lane was pretty painful. Like, the Ursa and the Io, they did not get a footing there, and they brought 3 heroes a lot earlier from the side of Nigma than OG were willing to, and they just kept killing them.
It's like in tough lanes like that, sometimes you see these pockets where, yeah, the Ursa will die. You'll get some trades where they kill the Wisp, but there are moments where Ursa can farm in between the battles, and that just kind of never happened. It was nonstop. As you said, Nigma just put the resources in. As soon as Sumail got near creeps, they were ready to put the pressure on. Now some relocation plays, making some space.
Bye, No-Tail.
The No-Tail taxi service.
The preemptive tip.
See you later, nerds. What an appropriate use of a voice line. Hook shot now on to mid one. Shackle does not latch. Follow up here with GH. Soxa may be in some trouble as Miracle jumps in. Opts to chase down mid one instead. The Pango joining the fray. Meanwhile, back towards mid. Soxa does get chased down, finished off by the Spirit Vessel.
Is Miracle gonna dive? No, he's good. Even with 2 remnants. Oh, it's too low in mana. That's what it was.
Tops in mid, though. They might be able to converge. Weeha's here. Lasso does connect. Teammates starting to rotate. Now GH comes in, and that's it. Thompson's just dead.
3 pickings in this one.
That works out okay. Not the top Sun in this game. Up to a 97% win rate now. 10k XP. Nearly 13k gold.
Well, I think this is very kind of Nigma to play this quickly after making us wait so long for this game. You know, they took their penalty and they said, "Our bad, guys. Let's get it. We'll get it back on schedule here. Just run this game down in 20 minutes."
Yeah. Yeah, talk about style points.
I mean, Weeha's kind of alone here, but he breaks the tether again.
They show up late. They've got no reserve time to draft with, and here we are watching Weeha 2v1. Survives as they relocate out. You got to remember that, too, for Nigma. It makes this a little bit more impressive that they drafted this without reserve time. Or very, very little of it. I guess they had whatever that lowest threshold is, 30 seconds.
Burrow's just he is completely unafraid right now. He doesn't even have a defensive item. He's got Tranquils and a Bracer. He doesn't even care.
He just believes in his Bat Rider. Pops the Ink Swell and Thompson does sidestep it. Nice play there. Pops the ult. Might be enough to ensure a survival. TP home. That'll do it. Smart play.
While they are farming inside the Dire jungle.
Yeah, I mean, this is where the space is. Nigma are making the right play, trying to choke the map on enemy territory, so they're farming where they can. Courier?
Nice.
Although it does reveal that you're farming here, so they have to TP out immediately.
And they have a ward down bottom, too. So they see that Smill's down here now. Nice deep ward here.
Both teams with deep wards.
Yeah, true. Protecting where they know they can farm.
Up top.
Up top.
Yeah, Thompson. In a sticky situation. No Rolling Thunder this time. See what I did there, Trent? It's the bat.
Yeah, that's good.
Uh-oh. No tail. Still a couple seconds left on that relocate. Can they finish him off in time? He might actually live. Reaper's Scythe will change that. They get the counter kill onto Weeha, so Sumail gets something for his troubles. But trouble he'll be in. No TP available, no escape plan, and the bear gets put down. Another 1-for-2 trade, of course, favoring Nigma.
Yeah, they don't really have the heroes to roast right now, or otherwise this would be a nice time, because you got to imagine OG are thinking about smoking for that at any moment. Not that it really matters. I don't think that's going to get them back in the game, but it wouldn't hurt to steal it if you could, as Nigma. It's not really possible.
Just getting picked apart right now. Medallion up on the Witch Doctor, the Wind Ranger.
There you go.
Mid one does have a Blink Dagger. So they are getting this first round of items, albeit late. Ursa not that far from the BKB. Working on the recipe. And Pango just about to have the Maelstrom. So OG is going to have all these items come together around the same time, and maybe they can take a decent fight. Start clawing their way back into this.
Kuro might get caught here. He's got the safety of wards around him, but he's getting smoked on.
LC, mid one finds it. Plenty of follow-up there for the kill. That's the way to do it. Baby steps. That's
now,
also
we
the
do
Blink
that
Dagger
30
reveal.
more times.
No tail mid. Okay. Damn, the tip.
Little pause there.
Meepo?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game 1. This is getting ready, I'm sure. OG, you know, getting prepped up for game 2.
Yeah, they're leveling up. They're getting ready to go
Making
Super
Nigma
Saiyan.
work for it. Nigma just crushing it, though.
Nigma's just so good at playing on the same page. Their rotations just feel so seamless. GH 4-3 and 19. He has been everywhere this game.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's pretty good time when you're just jungling his clockwork at this point, I think. Finishing out an item here. What's he got?
Radiant structures
Ghost coming through. Protect him from the Ursa.
Dire's top tower.
Invis on Weehaw here. Does jump in onto the LC. Obviously, given that the LC can cleanse, it makes her more of a target. No way to stop the lasso, and another guaranteed kill. Meanwhile, they find the Wind Ranger up top, and Kuro gets credit for that one. So 2 more kills going the way of Nigma.
Anyone not on the board yet? I don't know. Everyone's got kills. 13-0 and 13, by the way, from Miracle right now.
Wow.
The only person that killed in this game so far is No Tail. Step it up, No Tail.
And 5-0 and 8 on Mind Control. So 2 big cores remaining deathless, and not far off an Assault Kuros either for Mind Control's Necro. Just going pure beefcake. Guardian AC. Thompson. Hits the fountain.
I'm surprised they've stalled this net worth growth since like 18 minutes, though. They haven't really garnered much more of a lead on the side of Nigma. Kind of impressive by OG. The way that they're like moving around the whole map and kind of dodging a lot of where like the big heroes of Nigma are and just picking out these smaller ones. Like, sure, they just fed a couple up top. But for the most part, they're doing a good job of dodging.
Yeah. It's just been small pickoffs. We haven't seen the cataclysmic 5v5 that would have certainly just closed this game out. They're going to bump into No Tail again. That poor little Wisp Cube. Won't stop No
rushing,
Tail
though?
from dropping some voice lines.
They just flared in this pit, though. They know they're in here.
Yeah, they kill it fast, but I don't know if it's fast enough. There it is. Hook shot from GH. Does get shackled, but he's just trying to break things up for his team to get there. Ursa breaks a cog, but now LC again, the victim of Lasso. Ursa getting obliterated as now the Reaper's Scythe will finish off mid one. GH maybe going to go down here. No, Sumail doesn't finish him. The stick charges are enough, but Sumail does TP out.
At least he got out. I thought he was dead.
Same. Ends up being a 2-0. Aegis and Roche still standing. And quite healthy.
Deso must be done here. That's like 100 gold away from Miracle, and then he'll have Deso too, so then they can just take it.
All right, Deso and AC at the same time.
Yeah, so much for all your armor there, OG. Hey, that's devastating.
Whoa, hook shot. Finds Thompson. GH from downtown. Rolling Thunder going to be there, and actually a relocate, but right into a Soulbind. It might end up regretting
for
this.
10 seconds.
GH still sustaining. Miracles here. They do end up getting the clockwork, but it's a bad trade for OG. Maybe a bit too bold with that relocate there.
A little.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Not really finding those good trades that we were discussing before. They're scanning. They're trying to find Soxa. They know he's around here somewhere. Mid one's actually going to TP up. They're going for Weehaw.
Duel. Got some decent damage here, but the bat will survive through it. Now Miracle's arrived, and Soxa in trouble. Follow-up stroke. Mid one also going to be in trouble. They don't even get the kill that they came for, and the godlike streak for Miracle continues. Now 16, 0, and 17.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're just fattening up that streak. They're going to farm it down. Clearly, that's the play.
GH has been playing incredible, though. It's been a really impressive clockwork. They're very far ahead, so it's a lot easier, of course.
It's going to feel good.
But he still hit some really nice hook shots. Mid lane, we'll see No Tail pop again. Another lasso.
Are we good?
I mean, that's the BKB. Sumail doing what he can. That's the 9-second hook shot.
Oh, no. Oh, they got him.
They still stop it somehow. And Reaper Scythe.
I think the Cogs, I think his BKB ended first, and there we go.
Okay. There you go. That would explain it. So GG gets called. Not a moment too soon here. Nigma run it down. 2 heroes deathless. Not much more to say. In the words of the BTS intern, Roland, game was good.
Well,
game was good.
Game went for one team.
And of course, that is meant to mean game is over. That's his PC way of saying the game has ended.
Well, the game has ended.
Game was good. 0, 12, and 4 on the Wisp. First picked with confidence, and I think we definitely got a first-hand look at why Wisp has really fallen out of the meta. Just not able to do much. No presence in the lane. Problems from top to bottom.
Yeah, they just got worked. I mean, that bottom lane, I think the Io and the Ursa just not able to come together. The lane matchups were not what they were hoping for. Kind of goes back to like that Pango pick of just like, I don't know where he's going to fit in the lane. Like it's like they're trying to break the rules of like, okay, you have to pick a safe mid. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so they picked this Pango, and then their lanes got all weird because of it. Because then there was just going to be a bad matchup. Yeah. And it showed.
Yeah. Very quickly. Like,
you're asking a lot of Thompson in that one, that's for sure.
Crazy quickly. So, all right.
Well, surely game 2 will be better, right, Zyori?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this is a hype series. OG versus Nigma. I can't wait to see what happens in game 2. That's the great thing about OG. Maybe they'll switch it up, bring us a totally different draft, and look like a completely different team in game 2 so we can get that much-awaited ace match, buddy.
Woo!
Whoops, I got a window blocking your face. Sorry about that. There he is.
That's okay.
There's Trent, everyone.
You're not missing much.
No,
it's all right.
You're really not. Go Ducks. We're going to take a break, and then we're coming back, boys and girls. Game number 2, OG versus Nigma, right after this.